I am your host, Tori Nikhil.
This is for the girls on the left and the right, yeah, I got you.
Let's chat.
From the
Let's
front
get
to
into
the
it.
back, yeah, I got you. Good dreams, good vibes, and I like to talk about it out here, girl, I got you. For the girls, for the girls, for the girls, I got you. For the girls, for the girls, for the girls, I got you.
You know what? If you a guy, it's for you too, baby. Are you excited? I'm so nervous. Okay. So, hello everybody. I gotta look this way. Let me start over.
Wait, because I'm looking at me.
Yeah,
I need to be
please,
looking at the camera.
yes, look at the camera.
Mhm.
Okay. Hello everybody, and welcome back to For the Girls. I am your host, Tori Nikhil. And if you've been watching along, then you know you the co-host. But we do have a guest today, and this is my best friend, Tiffany.
Hey, y'all.
Now, she do have her own podcast and everything.
Enzo.
So, make sure y'all tune in to that as well. But we're going to get into it. And then we're going to go ahead so she can tell y'all what her stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
So, today's topic is going after your dreams. And this is a general statement, but it's really for us, like, life after college. Because it gets so real after college.
Yes.
And I know this hits home because it just really does. Like everything that I'm going through, and you was just telling me about some stuff that you was going through. So it's like it's really, baby, I got some cards on this because I was typing and I couldn't stop. Okay, so the first thing though is what inspired this episode was I seen this Ty Tribbett video, and he said some powerful things in this video. Did you see it?
I'm trying to figure out, was he on a podcast?
I think so.
'Cause
I just seen a little clip of it, and I reposted it on my story. So follow me on Instagram
Yes, period.
at Tori Nikhil, all my platforms. So anyways, I seen it, and he said, in order to come up and move forward, they both require departure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he said, I think a challenge for people moving forward is the thing they gotta leave to do it. It's the departure.
Yes.
Right?
I agree.
And then he said, okay, because he was speaking, okay? He said, if moving forward is not worth your departure, you're gonna wait till it is. But that's where your faith comes into play, right? And that really hit home for me because it's like people get so comfortable, and I have gotten so comfortable in we have gotten so comfortable in like the everyday life, especially after college, like because the bills get real. Okay, life get the life in. And I'm thinking I'm gonna be rich and married with kids by 25. Yes. And baby, I'm 26. Yeah. Okay. I ain't even.
We're really 27 at this point.
Literally.
We're in the midst.
Okay. Literally. Like, I just. It's so funny to me that I thought that growing up. And we had so many conversations about.
I knew I was going to be a wife with kids.
Girl, like, rich.
Okay? We was already going to be planning our second family vacation.
Literally. And after college, baby, when I tell you, the life got to life it. Okay, we do got us a little cocktail.
And it's good, y'all.
Right here, okay?
The thing I'm going to do is drink it, okay? She did
this.
This
is a cute cup, but you got to find a little... you got to make sure you don't get that milk. You can't even sip good. Hold on.
Y'all, she's so funny, but it's true. You gotta get on the little
because that little deal is okay. that catch your lip up.
I got a little drippy right here.
But anyway, so I mean it's and getting comfortable. Yeah, where you at? Because you paying the bills, or because you worried about you gotta pay my bills. I gotta keep a job.
I agree. So little secret, y'all. I actually just resigned from my role. But everything that she is, like, I'm in the midst of it. Yeah. Literally in the midst. And it's crazy because, like, what you were saying or what Ty was saying is so true. It's like you'll have to walk by faith and not by sight. But it's also kind of like, I still feel like you don't take that step, like you don't leave until you're really like, okay, where I'm at, it ain't it. But then I still have the same questions like, well, who gonna pay the phone bill, the water bill, mortgage still due,
girl, stop,
car note, like.
And I'm really talking to myself when I say a lot of this stuff because y'all don't understand. I done had 2 jobs now for like almost going on 3 years. Yeah. And the reason being is because I got to be able to afford my lifestyle, okay? And not that I just got all these bills because I don't have a house, but I just like to shop. I like to shop, baby. I like to shop till I drop. And I'm like, if I only got 1 job, then I'm going to just be able to pay these bills and that's it. That's it. I ain't going to be able to do nothing. And I be up in church and I'm like, yes, gotta have that faith in God. He pay my bills. But then I be like, but I still gotta keep that other job. And that's horrible because you gotta have that faith.
You do. And I think it's also like you gotta consider or think about what you're willing to sacrifice at this moment.
Oh my God.
And so it was kind of with this situation, it wasn't more so like, okay, well, I'm gonna just not do this or not do that anymore. Cause I'm still going on. I'm still, we lit, whatever, we outside.
Right.
But it started to affect my health. And that's when I was like, you're depressed. Like, you're really I'm not even gonna claim it now.
Right.
But last week,
that's key.
I was depressed.
Really?
Like, for a long time and didn't even know it. Now, granted, I had a lot of stuff happening.
You can fall into that. Girl, I know. Yes. You can fall into it.
You just slip in so easy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hold on. So I'm a social worker, so I'm looking at my clinical book like, okay, this the symptom. That sounds like me.
To help these folks, and then
it wasn't helping my damn.
Okay,
that's exactly what it was. And then I felt like I was pushed to resign because he was like, I know you're not gonna do it if I don't push you to it. Like, I'm going to keep making you sick. You're going to have migraines out the world, y'all. Stress, God. Like losing weight. It was crazy. He was like, you got to either you're gonna do it my way, you're gonna do it the hard way. So I was like, hey, you got it.
And that's be so sad. That's the sad part about it, is that he do have to push us. And I really think I'm at that point. I don't want to expose myself with this second job on this internet, but I think he's pushing me because I need to get into my purpose, right? And that's what I have written down. It's like, imagine waiting to chase your dreams, right? Because you worried about the bills and you worried about all of this.
Time don't stop.
But if we have faith in God, oh girl, I'm not a preacher, I done told y'all, but today is Sunday, and literally in church, he was like, the word was, the Bible says, I will provide all of your needs according to my riches and glory, right? So if we're having faith in him to provide our needs, then what are we worried about?
Yes, that. And I had to tell myself, so it was a quote. I was watching, I think Megan Ashley's podcast. Love her podcast in totality. And she had a guest on there. And she was asking like, well, what's your favorite quote right now? And it's become my favorite quote, especially with the season I'm in. But it said the things that we worry about the most are the things we trust him with the least. And I was like, dang.
Girl, shut up.
Dang.
That is so true.
It like that hit me in the chest. So then I sat down and I'm looking at my pros and cons. Like, everything financially is telling me I should not have quit. Like, I'm planning a whole wedding. Who's gonna pay for that? You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just so much financially. But it was kind of like, well, dang. Like, my cons were all financial. And so I'm like, well, he's provided my entire life. So if that is the only reason I'm staying here, I'm not staying here because I'm going to miss what I do. I'm not staying here because I love what I do. I'm not staying here because I love the company and all of this, or I feel like it's my purpose. The only reason is because it's a dedicated check every 2 weeks.
Right.
Maybe it's time. Like, I don't have kids yet. Maybe it's time. I'm not saying, I ain't even going to say it.
Okay, don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. I mean, because part of me is like, well, how long is it gonna last? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm quick to go get another job. So I don't want to do that, because then it's like, you could be right the day that you get accepted into another role, and the next day he was gonna send that blessing.
See,
So I'm praying hard, y'all. I am in the book.
Because really, that he be waiting on us.
That's it.
He be waiting on us.
That's so it.
So we can get our own blessing. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy, but it's hard.
Yeah, girl, I'm still got my 2 jobs. Okay, I know that it's hard because I'm literally going through that. Like I'm in the midst right now of deciding what I want to do. I really just want a job that I can be able to provide for myself and still chase my dreams. But what if I can't do both? Like, what if God is saying you need to do? You need to pick.
That be part of our problem too. We be afraid that well, if we do that, but you like, nah, I didn't want you to do that.
Exactly.
So yeah, you want to be able to do this and do that, but I want you to sit down the next 4 months. I don't want you to buy nothing from the store right now.
And he could be girl, wait a minute. No, he probably is. I need to slow up.
Earplugs.
I need to slow up on this spending. You ain't telling no lie, girl. I need to.
But it's not like you don't save too.
This is correct.
So that be part of my problem. Like, it's not like,
no, like I need to recently, but I do save.
Yeah, that was part of the problem. It's not like we're irresponsible.
Right, correct. Because I do pay my bills.
Yes, like the bills gonna be paid first.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the shoes, but I might just do them on Afterpay today because
exactly.
I want to at least, pay every 2 weeks instead of just dish it all out now. Like, I'm gonna still be responsible, but it's just like,
But I mean, just think about us in school, like thinking about our dreams and having these aspirations and how easily we put that on the back burner when reality set in, or not even reality, but just knowing, okay, wait a minute.
Yep.
Now I love that fairy tale I created, but these bills is real. Okay, life is so real, and that's what I wish that I have taken more opportunities in college to advance my career. And kudos to all the people that did, because I do have a friend. She definitely she took and her venture is HR. But that's her career choice. That's literally what she wanted to do. And she took every step to make that happen for herself. And she's in her field right now.
And she loves it.
Yeah, and I don't know if she loves it, but I do know that she is there because she did what she wanted to do. She did what she had to do. And I was playing games in college. I was not being consistent with anything that I really wanted to do for real. Like, I was on it off. Okay, I'm networking now, but then I don't network. They call me, I don't want to talk. Like, literally, I was playing games in college, and I should have been focused on advancing my career.
Like, Miss Ma'ams, you calling me at 7. This is after hours.
Girl.
And I'm getting ready for this party.
Girl, literally, I don't got time. You calling me about what? My mind ain't on no movie right now. I'm over here. Okay? But that was on me, and now I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? Because I did not imagine myself like this. And I really do want to step out on faith, and the only thing to do is to do it.
Yeah, like, there's no question about it. You literally just have to.
You have to.
It's like one of those things where you don't even have to, or you shouldn't even think about it, really.
Right.
You just have
You
shouldn't. You just have to say, you know what? Today's the day.
Yeah.
Today's the day. Because if you think about it, you're going to talk yourself out of it.
Because it's every reason not to.
Yep.
It's every reason not to. And them reasons sound legit when you got to pay them bills. I'm telling you. They're like, you know what? You right. Yep. That is what that is.
And the reasons are legit. Like,
yeah, they are.
I talked myself out of it for months. I've been trying to quit
your job. Oh my God.
For months. I'm gonna just claim now, though, I'll be the first of our friend group step out on faith. I'm gonna claim it.
And
I'll start us off.
You are.
What I have started.
Yeah, you are. And like, that is so commendable, because you just told me that. Well, you told me that, but you just told me that. And I'm over here like,
And it's crazy though.
Why is this happening right now? It's like lining up like
because God, okay?
Yeah, he doing it.
He is doing it. And so today's church service for the service that I watched, and then last week was all about the people in your friend group. And so last week was talking about somebody has to be the first. And I was like, yo, that's no crazy. It's crazy. Like, there's no way you saying this. And so he was like, somebody got to be the first. And I was like, that kind of pertains to what's going on here. And then this week was about kind of thinking about your circle and who's in it, because everybody can't go to the top. And so this is something that I've always been thinking about, because I know who about business and who not, and who will be able to put in the effort. And so I just feel like at this point, maybe I am the first.
You are.
Maybe I am the first. Maybe I'm jump starting. I don't know what he got coming my way, because if he got billions coming my way,
girl,
I'm gonna call friend like, what you trying to do?
Girl, get the billions.
Go ahead, whatever that salary was.
Get the billions.
We just gonna go ahead and put that 2 weeks in, and we gonna keep on doing, because we know we were writing in high school.
That I was literally just thinking about that, because we connected not knowing that we kind of shared this passion.
Legit the same.
The same passion.
Yeah.
And every time we write together, to me, it feels so magical. Like, we are like such a good balance to each other. And that has always been so inspirational to me, because I've been like, I need this with Tiffany. But that is like, this podcast in itself is really me like stepping out on faith, because I wanted to do a podcast for so long.
Yep.
But I didn't want to do it by myself. I'm like, okay, I'm going to call Tiffany up. And then I was like, oh, she already got a podcast. Okay.
Friend, we here. We going to double team. It's going to be for the girls, because it's for the girls. And then that's going to be what that's going to be.
Because, look, let me tell you. Okay? I'm telling you. I have wanted to do this for a very long time. And I haven't, because I didn't want to do it by myself.
I mean, we wanted to do the talk show.
Talk show.
I can't get nothing out of that. We wanted to do the talk show. That was high school. Like, it's going to come together. I literally have faith, y'all. Like, I'm trying to speak things into existence, because I know that it's powerful. Like, I'm not even playing no more.
Words is, but you know what? And that's, God put people in your life for a reason.
Yes.
And you know when God, because this is a relationship that I do value. This is kind of side note, but I don't think we ever fell out.
No.
Like, and we've been friends for 10
we
years.
disagree on things.
Yeah, for sure. We human.
But it's not like we're not calling each other out each other's names.
And I'm not getting mad if she don't agree with what I got to say.
Literally, she be like, okay, well, you like that, but I don't. And my feelings not hurt. Because I like this and you don't. Like, I mean, it is what it is.
God will put people in your place though, like where you need to be. And you know when that is the person for you, or that person's supposed to be in your life, because it ain't hard. It's not.
It should
hard.
not be hard to keep a friendship.
It's easy. When you got to go through all the rigmarole, that ain't it. That ain't it.
It's not like, I hate to use this word because this is like in a marital sense, but I feel like this was ordained.
No, yeah.
Like, just speaking spiritually, like this was ordained. I don't feel like I don't even know how we met. I mean, I know it was in high school.
Yeah, in high school. Maybe. Yeah, something like that. We was just started talking. She started talking to me, because y'all know I ain't talking back then. I wasn't talking. She just started talking to me.
I don't remember.
She just started talking to me, and I'm like, girl, okay. And we just, ever since like the first day we talked, and then every day after that,
it was like, what time you getting to school tomorrow?
Literally, we spent 4 years together every day, even sometimes on the weekends.
Yeah, like majority of the weekends.
Yes,
it wasn't even.
I'm at her house. We doing something, and we never got tired of each other. Like, we didn't. Never.
And the only reason we parted ways is because we went to different colleges. And
we didn't plan that, because we had planned on going to the same college.
Yes,
we planned to go to the same college. Yeah.
And then we parted ways, and then like we went to different destinations.
Y'all, we got our first job together.
Oh my God.
We worked together. Like, we was together every day. Like, we didn't get tired of each other.
And it was kind of like one of them summer jobs where you there all day every day. So when school was over, I'm still like,
still
what time
in each other's face.
What we putting on?
Literally.
Okay, you checked the weather today, because I didn't.
And we was still good. Like, still. So And that's how I feel like that's what I mean. We were literally just, or I agree. Ordained. I think it was ordained. And, I mean the purpose, the path, and I really don't take stuff like that for granted because I know that it's hard to find a friend, a true friend. Yeah. It is really hard, and you know who really your friend and who really just there to be in your space, just there to have a good time.
Absolutely, and I feel like. What I appreciate is even after, like, she went to her own school, I went to my own school, and it wasn't odd. I wasn't mad because you got friends at school. You should get some friends. Like, hang out with them.
And because she know, like,
I knew she wasn't going to talk to nobody. I'm like, Lord, please let somebody talk to her.
Yes, y'all, for real. We have a friend. Well, when we worked together, we had a friend. And when we came back after that, next year when we started college, he was like, okay, so how's school going? You know, Gary.
Yes.
And she was like, I'm great, you know. And I'm like, I mean, it's okay. And he was like, I knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
I knew that's what it was going to be.
He said. Yeah. And then it kind of like spiraled from there. She was like, all right, like, I guess you ain't going to transfer, so let me
I got to meet somebody. Got to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
That's a different story. But yeah, like, and back on topic though.
I'm drinking.
Drink, girl. Now Jesus had wine, okay? And y'all always know I always got a scripture for y'all. Not always, but this time I do got a scripture for y'all. And it is 2 Timothy 2:13. If we are faithless, he remains faithful. He cannot deny himself. That was our scripture. Well, my grandma is my pastor, and she sends us a scripture out. So that was the one for last month. And that spoke to me because even when we don't believe that he's going to do something for us, he's still making it happen every single time. And so imagine if we actually did have faith in what he would do for us. It would
I'd be married with kids and
literally. Like imagine if we actually had faith for things because he do stuff for us without us even having faith.
Yes. And I think you're already connected to him when you get like, I believe in luck, you know, but I believe it's the Lord. And so like when he gives us the ideas that he's given us, there's no way that wasn't going to succeed.
Yeah.
And we've literally been like, you seen that TV show? Remember when we was writing that? Like multiple times. So I feel like he got to the point where like, okay, well, if y'all not gonna do this,
you're gonna give it to somebody else.
And God bless them.
Yeah.
But I also know that if he gave us that great idea, he'll give us another one.
Oh, for sure.
We just
but every
really
time we have a great idea, we be like, we would have did it better. And I know we would have did. Like that's not even on no cocky.
No.
Like we would have done it better. Like that's just.
And part of the stuff that we see, like we kind of lived those experiences and the stuff that we were writing, so it just would have been different. It would have been just more authentic.
Yeah.
That was gonna use.
We gonna get our Tyler Perry on.
We are.
Wait and see. Yes. When y'all see, we gonna get it.
It's gonna be the dark skin, light skin.
Literally, okay. You know what? That's another conversation. That's another conversation for another day. Don't get me off stressed. See, that's why I got these cards because I be off track. Okay, I gotta make sure it's still recording. But you know what? Also, it's not even doubting God though. Sometimes for me, it's doubting myself.
Yeah.
Because I know that I can do certain things, or you know, I know what I'm capable of, but it's me not thinking that I'm good enough. You know, or other people not understanding what the vision is when you tell them. And they like, well, why would you want to go and do that? I was literally talking to my cousin. Excuse me. I was talking to my cousin. This was like some months ago. And I was telling her about YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I want to do YouTube. I want to do social media. But not just... My reasoning for wanting to do those things is a little bit different than other people's. But anyway... And she was like, well, I mean, you know, my coworker has like millions of views and followers and she not making no money. And
okay,
I know that she didn't say that as like a dig or like a
to discredit what you're doing.
Yeah, to discourage me. But it's like things like that. It's just like, okay, why would you say that?
Yeah.
And I know that you don't understand it because when people, and that shocked me because she is a creative, but really on a different level, on a completely different level. And when you're talking to people that aren't creatives, like aren't on the same wave as you, then they not gonna get your vision. They're not gonna understand why you want to do that. Why would you want to make that a thing? You know what I'm saying? And my grandma told me something one time, literally like recently. She told me this because I was talking to her about some stuff, and she was like, they can't see the vision because God didn't give it to them. He gave it to you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add another quote. I hope I get it right. This was it's a video with Kirk Franklin and like a bunch of different people singing. It's on YouTube, and he said, if all you can see are the things that you can see, then you haven't seen all there is to be seen. If that makes sense.
Say it again.
I hope that was right. It's if all you see is what you can see, then you haven't seen all there is to be seen. So if we can only see what is in the present, then we haven't seen what he can do.
Right.
Like, why are we constantly praying for miracles and all of this and blah, 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 and we can't see those things and believing them, but like it's not in our face. So it's like, well, that won't work.
I have something to say about that, but 1 second.
Be sure to check out Tiffany's podcast, Annette Pod, wherever you listen to your podcast, and be sure to follow her on all social media platforms.
That quote that you just said, I literally quoted something, and that really is like, what is faith?
Yes.
Right? Faith, is this in the Bible? I don't know, but I know my grandma always told me this. Faith is belief without seeing. And that's what that is.
It's different from hope.
Right.
Like, you can hope something happens in life. Oh, I hope I get $1 million.
Right.
Or whatever. But, or I hope I get this job. But faith is saying, I have faith that
it's
God,
going to happen.
It's going to happen. God is going to get me some job.
Yeah.
You might hope that you get that one, but you have faith that he's going to get you anyone. He's going to provide.
Girl.
It's so different.
It is so
different.
Faith is hard. Because we're human. Like, we want to see it before we believe in it. You know, we're like, I'm not a scientific person, but I do want to be like, I need proof. Where is it? You want me to go in that dark room? What's in there?
Yeah.
I don't know what's in there. I ain't finna go up in there because somebody grab me. I don't know.
I don't like the unknown.
I don't. And that is my problem. I don't like not knowing. And that's why I can't. It's like, what if and I'm not a negative person. I'm so optimistic. Like, I'm so like, yeah, this is gonna happen. You know, whatever. Because I be like, nah, my God gonna make it happen. But then I be like, but what is gonna happen? Can you just at least tell me a little bit about what's finna happen so I can know? Like, I just want to know a little bit. Just tell me a little bit. So then I can be like,
what I need to do next, and I need you to be like
specific,
very specific.
Like, paint a little picture. It don't gotta be the big picture, but just show me a little bit about what's about to happen.
Show me 2 people sitting in front of a camera and it's saying for the girls. Like, so I know, okay, the podcast is it.
Exactly. Like, that's what's going on. And he don't do that.
No, and he's not gonna do that.
He's not gonna do that.
I mean, I feel like there are certain people where he speaks to them in that way.
Yeah, visions.
But, yeah, like
visions. Dreams and stuff.
Yes.
I wish I had that.
I have.
You had that.
You know what's crazy? I haven't had that specifically, but ever since I literally like said, okay, today is the day. From here on out, I'm walking by faith. I've started to get a little bit of that.
See, I need to get my faith on.
Like, you got to.
Like, it
literally changed things. Let me see if an example. So my podcast is called Never Ending Tomorrow.
Really?
And yes.
Girl, I didn't know what that stood for.
Because it's the net.
I like that.
It's the net. I always say I don't want to be an influencer. I want to be an impactor. I want to make impact on people's lives. I don't want to necessarily influence them to do certain things. I want to impact you. I want you to feel like, okay, you impacted me so much. I'm going to be a better person.
That is a beautiful name.
What?
Never Ending Tomorrow.
Thank you. My fiance came up with it.
Really? Because let me tell you, I be up on Instagram, and I just seen. I'm looking there. Okay, I was on Instagram, and I just seen this man. Sorry to cut you off, but this man, he was saying, he quoted Gorilla. He was a preacher, but he quoted her and saying,
what he quote?
The Tomorrow song. What she saying there?
Okay, and what he said?
And he said that's what it is. What's the lyrics?
I don't know any songs or lyrics, so I'm the wrong person for this.
You don't know the Tomorrow? Yes, you do. You done heard that song. Something might not happen today. Y'all know, but that's why I love Tomorrow.
Okay. I have heard.
Yes.
I have heard that.
I know you have. It's everywhere. That's why I love Tomorrow. Anyways, he said, but that's why I like that, because it's like never end. Like it's never ending. I love
like
that.
Tomorrow's always gonna
it's
come.
It's always.
You never
tomorrow
know.
Is a new day.
It's a new day.
I love that.
And you don't know, like, there's things that we deal with in life today that are going to be never ending. Like, one of those things is...
We ain't never going to stop paying bills.
We never... I wasn't going to go there. But that's accurate.
I just told somebody that the other day. You just better suck it up. The bills is always going to be there. We ain't never going to stop
paying.
The fact that your mind went... I'm telling you, we going to always owe somebody...
Oh my gosh.
What was you going to say?
I was going to say something a little more deeper, right? So for me, and I hate to dilute the laughs, but I was molested when I was younger. I know that's a way to go left, right? That's where my mind went.
Okay.
And I'm never one thing I'm always going to be dealing with is the fact that I'm always going to be a survivor. I'm always going to have moments where
this is true.
I might see somebody that looks like him or in that space or see him and I'm triggered. I had to talk about that with my new relationship because it impacted that, like sex, all of that. I was like, this is something I'm going to be dealing with. So if you touch me in this way, that's what I'm going to think. I'm automatically going to go there. I'm not
that is so interesting. Anymore. Their relationship intrigues me so much. Seriously, no, it is. Y'all really inspire me. Like seriously, I went to dinner with, and I hope you don't mind. I cut it out if you don't want me to tell it. But I went to lunch with them because we just so happy to see each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, and they was telling me about like a not a safe word, but like if y'all aren't on the same page or he does something to make you mad. And with me trying to improve my communication, because I am not an only child, but I am the only girl in my house, and I was raised by my dad, and so those two combinations is not a good combination for communication. It's just not. My dad doesn't communicate well at all. And
he communicate. He say what he feel and what's on his mind, and that's it.
Horrible communication, baby. And I picked that up from him.
You gotta love him.
And so in a relationship, I am not a good communicator. And that's something this year that I've been working on, especially like in my newer situation. I've been trying to work on communicating because I was just shut down and shut up, and we going to bed.
Down. Don't want to talk to you.
And when they said that to me, I was like... Not y'all communicating. Y'all are big grown. I need to grow up. Like, I need to get it together. I need to grow up. But I really love... So how did he respond to that?
He actually was like very understanding, and he was just like, well, tell me more. Like, what if I do this? Like, he wants to make sure he doesn't trigger me. Yes, he wants to make sure he doesn't trigger me. And he'll have moments where he might think he did, and I'm like, no, like, keep going. Like,
that is hilarious.
Like, I'm in it now.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to stop and asking me how I'm feeling. And it don't be like all the time where it's like,
right.
It's not that at all. It's very like normal passion, whatever.
Right.
But he was like very, very. That's a good man, Savannah. We just leave it at that. It's a good man. He
is a good man.
He be showing up for me and my folks, and that's what I appreciate. If Tori called him today, like, hey, it's Tori, I need da 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 da, he would do it. No questions asked.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Now I've known Tiffany for a really long time, but I haven't known her fiance that long. But when I seen them interact, like the very first time, I was like, okay,
And
that's
sorry,
a good
friends,
one.
I hate to say it, but afterwards he was like, I'm whispering because I'm sorry, friends. But he was like, that's the friend you're most alike. Like, out of everybody, like, y'all are... He said, y'all the same person. That's literally how he said it.
I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
We are the same person. That's why we get along. That's why we don't fight. Because we are the same person.
And we so different at the same time, though.
Yeah. She has her own life. Especially like when we come to style and stuff. we was just talking about that. I was like, yep, that's
she
her.
Good for it. You like that?
I don't like that. I do not like that.
Where you wearing that to?
Yeah, and see, but that I told you I was so used to being able, and she don't, and so I was so used to being able to just say stuff like that to her, and it does not bother her. Then I started saying stuff like that to my other friends, and they was like, that bothered me, and I'm like, God dang, what is
she be hurting
the
them
problem?
feelings.
I'm like, what is the problem?
She hurt them feelings.
But that's why she blended with my family so much, because none of us care. But that, but that is crazy because you are what was we saying? See, we getting old. I knew this was good.
But we was well, backtrack. We was talking about the podcast, Never Ending Tomorrow, Impact Faith, and saying how all the things that we see are not really all the things to be seen. Like there's so much you really got. That's the definition of faith is literally.
Yeah.
What did we say?
Belief without seeing.
Yes, belief without seeing.
That's literally the definition of faith, and having faith in everything though, like in your love life, in your career, in your personal life, in your friends, like in everything is so important because if we're attentive to him, then he's attentive to us. Well, he's always attentive to us, but excuse me, we'll be able to know if the path that we're going on is the correct path. If we do need to say quit our job, if we do need to go apply for that job, he's going to let us know, and he's going to open doors. My grandma always say this, that God can open doors that no man can close, and he can close doors that no man can open.
Yes.
And that is like, I know that to be true for sure. And that's why I literally was telling somebody else, but I'm preaching to myself. You can't have faith in certain things that God is going to do for you. If you're going to have faith, if you're going to believe in God, then you need to believe in everything that he's going. Believe in him 100%. You can't believe that he gonna wake you up, but you don't believe he gonna get you to your destination. It just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. Like, you gotta believe and have that faith in everything you do.
Yeah.
And then you can fulfill your purpose, right?
And he showed me, y'all, it's just so crazy how all the things that happened leading up to this moment. But I'll tell y'all one, because I don't want to be too sidetracked again. But it was just days, maybe like 2 days really. I was just praying, like, I'm walking in the kitchen like, Lord, I just don't know how I'm going to do this financially. Like, I just don't know how this is going to work financially. I need your help. Like, show me, tell me something, send a sign. The next day, I got a text from a cousin that I have not talked to from so long ago, like since my birthday, right? And when I talked to her on my birthday, it was simply, happy birthday, Tiff. Love you so much, right? She lives in a completely different state. I have deactivated my Instagram account. She not seeing me. I'm not the type of person to put my business on social media anyway. But she texted me and she was like, hey, at Mardi Gras, having a ball, miss you so much. What's your Cash App? I'm like,
wait a minute.
What do you mean? I had got this text from my cousin. She's like, hey, Mardi Gras, miss you so much. Hey, what's your Cash App? I'm like, you asking if I have one? Or she was like, yeah, do you have one? What is it? And I was like, okay, here it is. She's like, okay, I'm lit. Like, we at Mardi Gras. I'll text you. My family's from Alabama, so they were celebrating. Right. She's like, I'll text you in the morning. I'm like, okay. The next morning, kid you not. Now, this might not sound like a lot to y'all, but it's a lot to me. She said, she sent me $250 out of nowhere and said, love you so much, God told me to send it. Instantly bawling in tears.
He gonna provide your needs.
Because I was crying. Like, I'm telling you, my main concern was, how am I going to afford things? And that was him showing me, like, you worried about all of this when I done put you on somebody's mind 1,000 miles away and told them to send you something because I got you. Like, you worry about the wrong things, that's gonna happen. And I was like, yo, you love me so much to where you put me on somebody else's mind so far away.
No, that's facts.
And she didn't send me no gas money. Like, you should pay the light bill, girl. What?
That's facts. That's fact, girl. Man, that is facts.
I was like, oh, I ain't never experienced that before. So
no, that is crazy, because that is fact. Like, that is God.
God.
That is God. You better not tell my grandma that, because she got a story similar. Seriously, she
now
does.
I want to tell her.
Yeah, she'll say, I'm let her, because that'll be an hour long conversation. But yeah. That is crazy. Man. That is the faith. That's what he means when he said he's going to provide all of your needs. And I'm talking to myself, because I'm going to look back at this and I'm like, quit that job. Step out on faith. I ain't telling you to quit your job, but step out on faith if you're not fulfilling your purpose. If you don't feel like you're fulfilling what you need to do in life. Because I know that where I'm at right now, like with my 9 to 5, I don't work 9 to 5, but with my regular job, I ain't making no career out of that. Nah. That ain't what I want to do. That ain't what I'm going to do. And I already know that if I could quit tomorrow because I become a millionaire, I'm going to quit tomorrow, today. I'm not even coming.
Ain't no 2 weeks notice.
Baby, I'm sending the text. I won't be back. Now I'm going back because I took some stuff in there. I got to get my stuff. I'm coming to pick my stuff up, and I'll see y'all when I see you. Good luck. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to be up on these jobs, baby. I ain't trying to be up on these jobs. Stop playing with me.
It's the good luck.
Good luck. Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm good on y'all. That's really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, too, though, it's so many factors in moving in your purpose.
Yes.
Because when you tell people stuff, in my family, we are so, like, we are believers in word curses. When people speak things over you, oh, they ain't finna do this. They ain't going nowhere. They doing their little, she doing her little podcast. Honey, that's just something she want to do. That's something little. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't doing nothing. That's why people move in silence.
Yes.
And that's why you look up and you be like, dang, how they get there? Because they didn't tell you, because you was going to speak down on what they have. And word curses, word curses is, your words are powerful. And when you speak things, just like you speak positivity, when you speak negativity, you're manifesting something. So when you speak negative over somebody, you're speaking that into existence for their life.
Yep.
And that's why you have to pray against stuff like that. You know, we say a prayer real quick, and usually if somebody says something, I'll say it so fast so somebody don't know what I'm saying. But I'll say, cut, sever, destroy in the name of Jesus. That's what I say. But I'm saying cut, sever, and destroy in the name of Jesus, because you're not going to speak that over me.
No.
You're not going to downplay what I'm doing. That's why sometimes some things you can't tell people. Some things you just gotta do it, and then they'll look up and see where you at, and then you can tell people. But you don't gotta tell people that, because you already there. You already done did it.
Yes.
You can't ask everybody for approval, because they might not get it, and they gonna speak over you, because they'll smile in your face and tell you that, oh, I love that you doing that, and then go speak behind your back like, that girl, da-da-da-da-da.
Not I.
We ain't even gonna give you space, opportunity to do that. We gonna cut that out real quick, because I'm gonna move in silence.
Absolutely.
And then when you see me, and then just congratulate me, and whatever you speaking, can't manifest, because it's already here.
And that's for family too. Like, literally,
big. Them the biggest ones. Them be the biggest ones, Tiffany. Them be the biggest
ones. Like, even with, so a lot of my family is gonna find out watching this that I quit. Right? Like, a lot of them. And when I say a lot of them, even my dad, right? He's gonna follow. My father, somebody I speak to every day, is going to find out that I quit my job here. Not because he's gonna speak bad on me, because he'll never speak bad on his child. He just grew up in a world where you have to be responsible, and it would be irresponsible for me to take this step in his eyes, right? Okay, well, you know you have to do this, you know you have to do that, and so that's what you need to do.
They're very practical, like logical. Like you need a job. If you're working at the Dollar Tree,
yes,
you need a job to pay bills.
And it's so crazy because this is somebody that can quote the Bible from front to back. But you ain't living nothing about what you done read and what you know is in this book.
But we're in the generation of unconventionalness.
Yes.
Is that a word? Did I make that up?
I agree.
Right. Like this is a thing. Like we are a generation that is creating wealth in places that our ancestors would have never imagined. And I'm not even talking about like slavery. I'm talking about generations prior to
your mama.
Your mama. Yeah, literally, like they don't they like, how could you make money doing that? How could you? That is just out of the norm. So you mean to tell me you're not getting up every morning going to work? What is that? You can do what you want to do on your own time? What is that? Like they don't understand that. And that's why you got to show them. That's why you can't tell them. You got to show them, hey, look, this is what I did and this how much. And you know what? We were talking. I was talking to my friend about this. Yes. I was talking to my friend about this, my other friend. And we were talking about DDG and Hallie. And we were talking about, she was like, well, I think, she was saying she don't like him. But I've been watching DDG since he first started YouTube, like with his very first girlfriend. I started watching him then, like years ago. And this man put his own family on. Like his whole family. And the thing about him that I admire so much is that I know his family did not understand that you can make money doing that. He did it himself first. And he showed them, hey, look at you. I did it. And this how I did it and this how much money I'm making. And now they like, oh yeah, put me on. Let me do that too. Like seriously, that. But sometimes you just have to do that. And I don't know his story, so I don't know if they believed him or not. But I'm just saying, I know that especially because he's our age.
Yes.
So I know his family wasn't. I think they are younger, a little bit younger, like a year or two. Yeah. So it's like I know he wasn't like his family wasn't like, oh yeah, go ahead and do YouTube and make a career, because he was in college when he started YouTube. So you know he wasn't. His family wasn't just saying, oh yeah, do that YouTube thing, forget everything, you gonna make this money. He had to step out on faith. He had to show them like, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what you can do. This is. And now they like, oh yeah, this is what he do, and he a millionaire, baby. He was a millionaire before he met that girl.
And he was a millionaire before he met that girl. Say that, because Hallie is making it, okay? She is making it. She is breaking records and all of that. But he was already there, and I think the most important part is that he was being disciplined. And he was obedient. I don't know how much faith he has.
He was definitely disciplined.
But he was disciplined. He was. Okay?
Nobody was playing with him when it came to that discipline.
He gonna put that content out.
Yes, he will every day. Like twice a day sometimes. He was doing what he had to do, and he made it. And that's why I support him, because I don't just watch his videos and stuff like that. I don't even think he be doing that. Boy crazy. But anyway, because he be somebody he quit YouTube every other day. That's why I have supported him for so long, because his work ethic is crazy. And I know I know it takes a strong person to, because so many people who didn't know him from YouTube or knew him didn't know him before he got with Hallie. That has to be a really big, this is besides the point, but I'm just saying that has to be a really big thing on his confidence. Like, he got to be a confident person for people to be saying like, oh, you only known because of Hallie, when this man was known way before Hallie. Like, this man had multiple YouTube channels and millions of followers on each YouTube channel. Like, anyway, but I just used him as an example of sometimes you gotta show people before you tell them, because they don't know, they can't see it. Like I said, they can't see the vision. They don't know what's going on, and they not gonna know until you show them, this is what I was trying to do. And by that time, God done already blessed it, and it's already there, baby. It's already what it need to be.
And then it's like, I also was getting in this space like, well, I want to do this, but so many other people was doing this, and I had to keep around. Everybody always be like, you go in the grocery store and it's the bread aisle. There's so many different things of bread. But what I had to tell myself, because I know that, but it was like, yeah, but it's groceries, like whatever. I had to think about Keith Lee. There is no way God is not in this. And this is a man who sits in front of a camera and rates things from 1 to 10 and is booming, making so much money, supporting his family, living his, like, that is his purpose. There's so many other people who have done the same thing. Like, you got so many people who are influencers in the food world and will actually take you to the restaurant, showing you what it looks like. It's the ambiance, it's da-da-da. And all he doing is getting the food out the stove, eating it. Hell, we don't even know if he eating the food.
We really
don't know. Like,
he might not eat it all. He might just put it to the side
one bite
a little
in,
bit.
you know, like, I trust that he actually is. But that is the power of God. That's the power of the Lord. Everybody is
he changing businesses,
changing lives, companies for the better. Okay, for the better,
impacting businesses.
Man,
for real.
What
real impact?
Yes, building generational wealth for his kids. And
that's
his family.
God.
That is nobody but God. So I just can't wait to be telling my mama, like, yeah, girl. Well, my mama has been the biggest supporter throughout this entire
thing. I
thing.
know she is.
But I can't wait to tell my daddy, like, yeah, go ahead and quit that job, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, you think I'm playing? Yeah, I'm not ready about it. You go ahead and quit that job.
My dad is a creative, and I've never really, like, spoken to him about things that I do or that I want to do. But when I do tell him, I don't never get like, oh, well, I tell people all the time, this is another episode, so watch that one. But I tell people all the time, everything that I have in terms of working hard and a work ethic just comes from my own desire to make money. My daddy never said go get a job. He never, like, he'd be like, why do you have that job? That's what he asking me. Like, he's that much of a chase your dreams advocator that he is like, why are you even doing that? Like, literally, he'd be like,
saying it just like,
what are you doing? Why are you doing that? For what? Like, I'd be like, yeah, I got another job. For what? Like, that is him.
That's gonna be his first response.
Literally. And I'm just like, what do you mean? I need money. Why? For what?
What are you doing?
Yeah, like, what are you doing? He'd be like, okay, well, I don't know. But every time I tell him something, yeah, I'm finna go do this, he'd be like, okay. Like, that's my dad. So we do have supporters, I know for sure. But it's just like, we have to be our own supporter.
Yes.
I think you have to be your own supporter before somebody else. That's like when people say you have to love yourself before other people love you. You have to support yourself before anybody else can support you, because they can be like, go do it, I believe in you. But if you don't believe in yourself,
it ain't gonna work.
It's
just not gonna work.
It's like,
nope. No matter how much faith he has in you, it's just not going to work. He'll even put you in a place where you have so many people cheering you on around you.
You got to have that for yourself. Yeah. You got to have that for yourself.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. I literally just start speaking stuff and I ain't going to say that. Because I ain't going to speak it. But I just be saying stuff. Like, yeah, girl, you only going to be in this house for the rest of this year. Just saying it. Just saying it.
And having that faith, girl.
Just
you
saying
it. Mansion next year.
Yep. Yeah. You just speaking and speaking, and then eventually you start saying it, and you're not even like knowing that you're saying it.
And that be me. I'm gonna have a house next year. Yep, that's me.
I can't wait to come to your housewarming,
girl. Please, oh, girl, stop.
What we getting? What we shopping
at? Okay, cause you know I'm shopping. Y'all know. But anyways, this has been a long ass. It's been a long episode. So we done drunk the drink. We're gonna get us another. And faith, y'all. Walking in your purpose. We know it's hard because we there. We here.
Yep.
We in the midst of it.
Yes,
believing in yourself and following your dreams, especially when you feel like what the reality is. But really, the reality is that God is gonna provide your every need.
Every time.
Anything you need. And when you're walking in his purpose for your life, you don't got to worry about people doubting you or you doubting yourself. When you doing what he wants you to do, he gonna bless it every time.
Every time. Just remember that second Corinthians,
baby,
5 and 7.
Every time.
We walk by faith, not by sight.
Facts.
That's all you got. Just keep on moving. You don't even know what the end of the tunnel, but just keep on walking in the tunnel. Something gonna reveal itself.
Oh, I was trying to see if it was going to keep recording. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, that is it for this episode. Make sure y'all follow me on social media if you're listening, looking, watching, whatever. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media. I'm going to have it on the screen. And make sure you follow Tiffany and her podcast. It's a great holiday. I will add it to the screen. She gonna text me, and I'm gonna tell her, girl, I'm editing. Yeah. I'm gonna put it in there. It's below. Make sure y'all follow everything. Links in the bio. Please support my friend because she on her purpose journey, baby, and I'm here for it.
Period.
I'm here for it. Okay?
And then just catch us in 3 months because then we're gonna give y'all a flashback to this episode. Period. And then she gonna already be on that journey. So
period. Okay, we speaking it. Yep. You see how that works? Speaking it. Okay. Cheers.
Well, I don't.
You don't drunk your drink.
Yeah, it's gone. I'm gonna be drunk.
It was only 2 shots. We gonna be right here in this chair, baby. We gonna have our drink and we gonna chat it up, okay? And let's relax and let's talk about it. Let's have a little girl chat, okay?